Welcome everyone to Dark Picture Anthology, Medan, episode number 3, I think. We're in the third act. Where'd I put the controller? Okay. We've lost, what's his face? Conrad. Got it. Actually, I need to slide up. And that's pretty much it. I can't sleep, so we're doing a 3 a.m. horror game stream. I hope you guys enjoy, and hopefully we don't kill everyone in the process. Let's find out. What did it say? Find a way up to the tower. Oh yeah, we're trying to radio somebody. I don't think that's gonna work. Are we on our boat, or no?
We gotta get off this damn ship.
No shit. I think we're, speaking clinically, totally effed.
You could say that. Alright. What do we have here? Whoa. Something's moving. How do I inspect the boat?
Great. Could have used these if they weren't Swiss cheese.
I'm following what's her face, Fliss. Is that what her name is? Fliss.
You find a way up?
Sadly, no, but I'll keep my eyes open.
I mean, there's got to be a staircase or a ladder over here on the side, right? Here we go. Someone's gonna get boosted up, yeah? Time to split up,
Hey,
gang.
a little help over here. I think this is our way up. Give me a lift. I'll pull you up.
Did he pull her up, or is she just like, fuck you, I'm doing it on my own? Oops. What's going on? Okay. Everybody up? We good? Ladies, let's wait for the gentleman.
This is where I chased Conrad before.
Shit, something's gonna happen now.
Over here. Got a way through here.
We got it. Is that where he dropped? Are they gonna find his body, or is he just fish food? Okay, something's gonna happen, guys. I don't know if I'm ready for it. And we're not going that way.
You find a radio yet?
No, but there's gotta be a radio on this ship. There has to be.
I'm not exactly confident about our chances of survival at this point.
Yeah, probably not doing too
Something's
hot,
wrong
are we?
here. If you were headed to San Francisco, you'd be crazy to take this route.
It's almost like they didn't want anyone to know they were coming.
Like hide and seek out in the ocean.
Okay. The creepy dude in between acts said that it's probably not something supernatural, it's something else. But what?
Ship was blown off course, cloud cover was bad. They couldn't establish a position.
Okay. That looks like the board we just looked at. Oh, a radio. Voila.
Take a look.
No freaking way. This thing actually still works?
Look, radio science hasn't changed much in 70 years, as long as there's power.
I'll give it a whirl. Ah, it's working.
It's a number station. Military bandit.
Keep turning it, or?
Let's ask them for help. Hey, hey, is anyone out there hearing this? Hello? Holy shit, we got him. If you can hear us, we're on a ship, an old freighter. Our coordinates are approximately 12 degrees 30 minutes south, 151 degrees 20 minutes west. Please get here now. We need help.
Please repeat. Please repeat. Over.
We're on a freighter, abandoned, huge, and old. Hello? Hello? Is anyone out there? Please come in.
And there goes the power. Of course. Well,
Hey! Come here, look!
what? Is it Conrad?
This has got to lead somewhere. Maybe we can find a way to get the power back.
We need to get that radio working.
I think someone should wait here in case a message comes through.
I'll go.
True.
Obviously.
I can do this. I should be the one to go.
Are you kidding me? You? Come on.
Sounds like you're scared of someone stepping out of your shadow.
Scared of my idiot brother getting himself killed?
How about showing me some brotherly love?
Hey, if you're sure you're up for it, I believe you got it, bro.
I'm coming too.
Hey, what? Julia, no.
You're not always gonna be there to protect, big guy. I can handle this. Trust me.
I'm still the captain of something, and the captain's telling you that I'm going too.
All right, Fliss. Ready?
So one person's and three more bit the dust. A soul survivor. Woo, that was loud. And good morning.
Are you still alive?
Excuse me.
Everyone okay?
We're okay.
What are we gonna do?
I'm gonna find the generator so we can power the radio.
Duh.
We'll wait here by the radio.
Hey,
What happened to what's her face? Wasn't the other chick jumping down the hole as well?
This way.
Claire, was that her name? Julia? Julia.
guessing these are the lower levels of the ship. Good. Why are you asking me about school?
I didn't really go to
How's school
You
going?
seem pretty sharp to me.
Thanks.
Okay. Following your lead, Floss. Are we gonna find Conrad down here? And again, I propose the question, where's Julia? She jumped down the hole
Here, come
with
check
us.
this out. Look, down there. Looks like the engine room. It's got to be where the generator is.
You're right. Let's go down there.
He is right. Good idea.
The ladder's broken off here. I think I can just...
Hey! Are you okay?
Yeah, all good. Just come down.
Yeah, I'm fine. Oh my goodness.
What? It was... Wait,
Well,
did you see
here
it?
we go, boys.
What?
Okay, so I'm seeing things, but you're not. Okay, so follow my thinking here. We know this ship was carrying Manchurian gold, which was actually some kind of dangerous chemical, right? And there's this like weird fog everywhere. Maybe that's the Manchurian gold. And maybe it's fucking us all up, like in the head, you know?
This is kind of making sense.
None of it happened. None of it was real. It was just a hallucination.
We knew the crew was scared of something, and that could be it.
Yeah.
Could this have anything to do with the wrecked plane from the dive?
I mean, maybe there was a connection. Maybe they made contact. It's a theory, I guess.
Wow. Okay, let's keep going.
Interesting. Just hallucinations, huh? So we're good? Nothing's gonna hurt us? Do I need to do anything with that? All those valves and shit? Okay. Stand ahead, bell acknowledged. Engine set to standard speed. Lieutenant Young reported to relieve me of watch duty. Early engine running standard speed with no special or standing orders from the bridge or chief engineer. And no maintenance or hazard issues in the engine room. I found Lieutenant Young to be of a sober and compos mentis disposition to hand over watch. I don't understand. What did that tell me? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Yo, Floss, get out of my way. Where are we going, guys? I am turned around. Okay. This way, something flashed.
What do you think these guys are all about?
Fisherman?
Yeah.
Oh, money.
I feel like they're just in over their heads or something.
Anything over there? Alright. Guess not. We're gonna just keep on trucking. It's loud. Machinery. What?
Look at this.
The rebreather.
Huh?
The fisherman must have brought it over from the Duke of Milan.
You think it still works?
Looks like it's got a little juice left. Maybe a couple of minutes. Should we bring it with us? I mean, it's heavy.
No, forget it. It's too heavy to drag along with us.
Are you crazy? Half the ship is submerged. Could be a lifesaver.
Conrad?
Oh, we found him.
Oh my god.
We should get away from here.
Je sais ce que t'essaies de faire.
De quoi tu parles,
Tu veux me tuer? Hein? Mais c'est moi qui vais te tuer. Dis-moi seulement où est ce putain d'or?
T'as perdu la tête? Pourquoi? Non. Je t'en prie. Non.
Je t'ai dit de la fermer, sale menteur!
This dude's
Ferme ta gueule de
snapping. He's
merde!
freaking nuts.
Tu dis n'importe quoi! Tout ce que tu racontes, c'est des conneries! Alors, ferme ta sale gueule de merde!
Écoute. Écoute-moi. Non.
Oh, he's getting ready to
Fais
die.
pas ça. Regarde. Ah!
Je t'avais dit de fermer ta gueule!
Why not just leave him there, bro? He's got our fuel cap thing. Guy is losing it. Oh, fuck.
Maintenant, c'est moi qui viens me chercher. Les esprits des morts viennent me chercher.
I got. Oh my god. I looked away for half a second. Shit. It's the first time I failed that, man. Why are you making her carry the rebreather? Seems weird.
There's no use hiding, you little foot.
There's totally.
What's
use
the
in
problem with sharing all that gold, eh? There must be plenty of that to go around, more than enough. And we're all in this together, right? Trying to cut me out of the deal?
Alright, here we go. I gotta
Can't have
focus.
all the gold.
God damn
Ah! Hey!
it. What did I just say, Zach? Get your shit out of there, man. We're gonna lose him. Oh, good. He's got a freaking hammer.
That's gonna hold. Right?
Definitely. Probably. Sure. I don't know.
It's fucking rusted and he's got
Yeah.
a sledgehammer. And he's cracked out and shit. Oh,
Okay. None of you move. None of you go all changing on me now. Turn around. Slow. Real slow.
Oh,
Okay. All right. No changing. None of that. Raise your hands up. Slow. No, no. Not like that. I said no changing.
Put the gun down. No one has to get hurt.
You think I wanted to hurt anybody? I didn't get a choice in this, did I? It's in you too, isn't it? Isn't it now? Ha!
someone
Not
push him
again!
over the rail.
It's all gone changing on me!
What? What's changing?
Stay away! Stay back from the mist!
dude, what mist?
Don't breathe it! Don't breathe the mist!
Dude, what mist?
You must have seen it! It's everywhere! Yellow creeping everywhere! It's inside now.
Inside with us, now!
You need to slow down.
Stop! Stop! It's in
Why
one of
don't
us,
we work
isn't it?
together, huh?
Listen, I have not breathed in any mysterious mist, okay?
Yeah, you breathed in the mist! It's happening. I can feel it!
Let's just say nothing.
Did you breathe the damn mist or not? Tell me!
No, look! We held our breath. We did not breathe any of that stuff.
Oh, really? I know you're all fancy divers, but you expect me to buy that? We've been down here for hours.
Come on now,
You've been
bro.
holding your breath this whole time. You're holding your breath right now. Oh, good. It's in me. I got the mist in me, don't I? It's in me, isn't it?
Yeah, bro. You're
I can
cuckoo
feel it
bananas.
swirling around in there. It's changing me. On the inside.
What? Oh, bro.
Hey, man, come on. Just put the...
Well, one last thug to worry about, I guess.
Oh, dear God.
Can we get the gun? I think we just got a gun. Brad's got a gun.
Holy shit.
Dude has lost it. Hey, look, it's Julia, or Julie or something. What's her name? I don't remember. It's the one chick.
Wait by the radio.
Why?
I'm gonna go check the next level and see if I can find any more gear.
Alex, please don't leave.
I'm not gonna be long. Just wait by the
Oh,
radio.
she didn't go down the hole. She stayed with Alex. Makes sense. Dude, come on. These people, man. I swear. Here we go again. Fuck me. God damn it. I don't understand why I keep failing those.
Julia, come here.
This dude's tripping balls, man.
I saw the big guy. He had the distributor cap. We gotta go after him.
Who's that? Who's the person behind us? Oh, goodness. Here goes nothing. Okay, I can't. Okay, we'll let the camera change because I couldn't see what was going on. Where's our flashlight? You're telling me
This must have been what we
you
just
jumped
heard.
down a dark hole without a flashlight, dude.
Whoa. What was that?
Doesn't matter. We need that distributor cap. Here. He had to have come this way.
Are we getting ready to find Conrad and she's gonna lose it?
Oh, crap. Look at that shit.
This is not good for my anxiety.
There he is.
Think we can get across?
Sure.
Yeah, great. This is where Conrad died. Alright, let's see if we can not kill everybody else. Fuck me. God damn it.
Boy. There's something here.
Well, Alex didn't die yet. That's good, right? Set his hammer down. What? Did his brain just fart yellow golden
Alex. I'll find a
gas
way
or
around.
whatever it is? It was a legit brain fart and a deadly one, apparently. Where are you going? Oh, goodness. There's no way. There's no way we're all making it out of this. Alright. Strip the band-aid. Oh my gosh. Who was that? That was a ghost of Conrad? Or our brother? Brad? Not Conrad. Let's go this way. Is this a door? Can I go in here? Okay. Spooky. Creepy light. What's over here? Fuck.
Fuck!
The rats are eating the dude that just died from the brain fart? Oh, and he's got the
Look at
thing
that.
on his belly.
Sometimes you just get lucky.
Mm-mm. No way. I ain't touching that shit. Come here, little guy. He just tosses it. Yeah, that's right. Get off. I'm gonna get rabies, mother trucker. Oh, shit. Well, he's dead. I mean, he was dead, but... Oh, what did we do? Something bad just happened because of that, didn't it? Oh. Is it an infestation of rats? You better figure out something quick, bro. Why'd you set the little cap down, you stupid... What the fuckery? What's...
What? Who are you?
You best get back, you little fugly abomination. What are we doing? Oh, Alex. Oh, gosh. You gotta be shitting me. When did a rat pop out of my stomach? Like, when did... No, get the rat. Get the fuck. Put him aside. I'm dead. He's dead. Unless this thing helps me? Please help me. Scary, creepy, two-headed
It's okay.
thing. Oh god, the thing we did not kill.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
It's just
Gotcha.
hallucination, boys. Oh man. Woo! We dodged a bullet. There's no way we got married after that. Mm-mm. What's gonna happen? I don't know. What? Well, that sucks. guess we'll see where we left off. I don't know. Why is everything freaking crashing? What was it? Was it Spider-Man that crashed the other night? My PS4 is probably on its last leg. Sad. We had a good run, bud. Let's go. Supermassive Games. Creepy Skull. I like the logo. Okay. Play alone, I guess. What happened to my game? Can we pick back up? Oh, interesting. So once we beat the game, we can pick any scene we want to and jump in from there? Very interesting. Alright, hopefully we're not too far back. Moment of truth, boys. Where are we? What? This must, like, it must have been the next scene after it crashed? I don't know. I've not seen this yet. Okay, yeah. Makes sense. And everything's loading in weird. Did we beat it?
All right. Let's try it.
About the fucking helicopter. Bros, I think we beat the game. I'm gonna roll with that. We only lost one guy. It's not too bad, right? So glad my game crashed before the last cutscene. I don't even have to play anything, I don't think.
Conrad was running from something. He was really scared, like terrified. I don't know why. I couldn't see what he was seeing.
He was an asshole. Honey meant well. No matter what moronic thing he was up to, he always meant well. It's just a big old puppy dog. Just trying to make everyone laugh.
At least you didn't have to see his body. Well, it's not the best ending, but we got 4 out of 5 ain't bad, you know what I'm saying? 4 out of 5 ain't bad. Rip Conrad. I mean, was it necessary to show us our failures again? And that's credits, I guess. Huh. So what was the premonition about the helicopter? You gonna tell us some stuff, enlighten us, man?
That's it. Game over. You're done. For now, at least. You could always try again, see if you can't do better next time around. Impressive. Almost everyone survived. Almost.
It's not bad for a first try.
Things became a little intense, but Alex kept his nerve. Well done, Alex. Well done, you.
Thank you.
It's all about decisions, isn't it? Decisions made in a hurry, in a panic, made with the heart instead of the head, or vice versa. Sometimes those decisions take a long time to have repercussions. But there are repercussions. There are always repercussions.
It'll be interesting to see if there's any connection when the next Dark Picture Anthology game comes
Till
out.
we meet again.
If it
Maybe in
links with
Little
this,
Hope,
like, Mass Effect
maybe
style,
somewhere
you know?
else. But be certain, we will meet again. It's
Oh, I'm counting on it, dude.
inevitable.
Inevitable. Inevitable.
Won't you spare me over till another year? Won't you spare me over till another
Alright.
year? Won't you spare me over till another year?
Well.
Won't you spare me over till another year? Won't you spare me over till another year?
Now what? I forgot how loud that was. What? What was that for? Okay, here's the helicopter. Oh, they did get our distress call. Interesting.
So out of nowhere, this thing just sent out an SOS. Guess we got a real live ghost ship here. Whoa. What the hell is this?
What is happening? I wonder if the post-credit scenes change depending on which ending you get. Okay, brace yourselves, boys. Something's gonna happen.
What the fuck?
I just saw someone in the woods.
Whoever it was, they're gone.
Is this a trailer for the next one?
Okay, very good. Who's there?
I fashioned her with my own hand.
Oh shit! Welcome to Silent Hill. You know that's what that's parodying. Little Hope? 2020. What? Is that still on track to release this year? Let's find out. Okay. Alright, I'll bite. Let's see. Dark Pictures Anthology. did not help. Yeah, little hope. Let's see if there's any news. Hang on now. Gets a release date from GameSpot. Let's see. Little hope creeps into PS4, Xbox One, and PC this summer. Known for its... Okay, that's not a release date. Just summer 2020. Whatevs. Pre-ordered apparently. Does it say the price? What's 35 or 30? Okay, cool. Summer 2020, I guess. Well, what to do? We got special features. I just noticed his hands moving each time I do this. Okay, let's watch these.
The horror anthology is much loved and has an established pedigree across all forms of entertainment. From Twice Told Tales by Nathaniel Hawthorne in 1837 to Clive Barker's Books of Blood in the mid-80s, and with the likes of Blackwood, Poe, and Lovecraft in between, short story horror writing has long been a popular format. Largely regarded as the first published horror anthology, Twice Told Tales is a collection of mostly previously published stories from The Token, an annual illustrated gift book published in Boston. The author of Twice Told Tales, Nathaniel Hawthorne, was born on July the 4th, 1804, in Salem, Massachusetts. His great-great-grandfather was John Haythorne, a Puritan, and one of the judges who presided at the Salem witch trials of 1692. In 1842, Edgar Allan Poe reviewed Twice Told Tales for Graham's magazine, concluding that Hawthorne was a man of indisputable genius. By this time, Poe, also from the state of Massachusetts, had already written his own collection of short stories for publication. This collection, titled Tales of the Grotesque and Arabesque, was published in 2 volumes in 1839. The horror anthology had become a recognized format, and after also writing many short stories for newspapers and magazines, Algernon and Blackwood's first publication, The Empty House and Other Ghost Stories, was released in 1906. Blackwood went on to write such classics as The Willows and The Wendigo, which was first published in another anthology, The Lost Valley and Other Stories, in 1910. Fast forward 74 years to 1984, and the first publication of Books of Blood. Each book was a collection of horror stories written by British author Clive Barker, the first of which catapulted Barker to legendary status in horror writing, with Stephen King proclaiming him the future of horror. Several of the stories from Books of Blood have been adapted successfully for film, including Rawhead Rex and The Midnight Meat Train.
Ooh, dude, that movie
Barker
is
adapted
messed
The
up.
Yattering Jack in 1986 for use in George A. Romero's anthology TV series Tales from the Dark Side.
I take it
Reminds me of House on Haunted Hill.
Short-form storytelling arrived on a new medium in 1938 when the radio show The Mercury Theatre on Air broadcast an adaptation of Dracula.
I have never seen Count Dracula by day. At sunrise, at the first cockcrow, he is gone.
The series was the creation of Orson Welles and John Houseman and became most famous for its broadcast of War of the Worlds, which terrified listeners, believing that the alien invasion was a reality. From 1942, the radio drama series Suspense broadcast more than 90 short plays on CBS Radio for 20 years, often featuring some of Hollywood's leading stars. Initially, the series seldom used material that would be classified as horror, fantasy, or science fiction, but by the late 50s, this became a regular occurrence, including material such as H.P. Lovecraft's The Dunwich Horror. One episode, The Hitchhiker, broadcast in 1942, featured a performance by Orson Welles and was later adapted for an episode of The Twilight Zone in 1960.
Great show.
1947 saw the debut of Quiet Please, a radio horror and fantasy series created by Willis Cooper. Cooper had been a writer for Orson Welles' Campbell Playhouse, which had succeeded the Mercury Theatre on Air.
Which is written and directed by Willis Cooper and features Ernest Chappell. Quiet Please for tonight is called Camera Obscura.
The play's scripts often broke the fourth
Camera
wall by
Obscura,
speaking
that's
directly
the,
to the
fatal
listener,
frame
a technique much adopted in later horror anthologies. In his book, Terror on the Air, Horror Radio in America, Richard J. Hand wrote that Cooper had enjoyed creating roles for the audience, including implicating them in the action of the story itself, indicating a clear desire to create horror as interactive entertainment more than 70 years ago. The show ran for 2 years. Forward 50 more years in radio, and in October 2010,
like
we see the debut of Larry Fessenden and Glenn McQuaid's radio show, Tales from Beyond the Pale. Successful genre filmmakers in their respective rights, the two began producing episodes under Fessenden's studio, Glass Eye Pix, influenced by the works of Boris Karloff, Peter Lorre, and Orson Welles. Fessenden would later partner with the show's sound designer, Graham Resnick, to write the scripts for Supermassive Games' critically acclaimed horror debut, Until Dawn, and for the first game in their Dark Pictures horror anthology, Man of Medan.
It was a good game. I enjoyed it. Well, it's short, but
in film and TV,
short-format
horror has been successfully represented many times since
like
The Twilight Zone in 1959. Created and presented by Rod Serling, The Twilight Zone ran for 5 seasons on CBS from 1959 to 1964. Each show was a standalone story featuring characters faced by surreal and often disturbing events. Serling's introductions and conclusions to each show summarized the story and provided some justification for the events and, often, the moral of the story. In 2016, Rolling Stone placed The Twilight Zone at number 7 in its list of the greatest shows of all time. The 1972 film Tales from the Crypt is highly regarded by fans of the genre. Starring Peter Cushing and Joan Collins and featuring Ralph Richardson as the Crypt Keeper, it is an anthology film based on stories from EC Comics, and one of several Amicus horror anthologies produced in that decade. And in 1989, HBO launched a horror anthology series under the same name, also based on EC Comics, which ran until July 1996. 1982 saw the release of Creepshow, a dark comic horror anthology film directed by George A. Romero. Influenced by and a homage to the material from the EC and DC comics of the 1950s, its entirely original material was written by Stephen King, and it is a somewhat tongue-in-cheek expression of the horror genre. 25 years on, and in 2007, Trick or Treat presents another set of horror shorts as a dark comedy horror anthology film. And then, in 2012, a very different anthology film with a very different tone, VHS. Created by Brad Miska and Bloody Disgusting, an American horror genre website and film production company, VHS is a much darker horror anthology film. Comprising 6 short horror stories and linked by a found footage theme, 2 of the stories, Second Honeymoon and Tuesday the 17th, were written and directed by Ty West and Glenn McQuaid. Other examples in film and TV that are more than worthy of mention are Roger Corman's 1962 anthology, Tales of Terror, based on 3 Edgar Allan Poe short stories and featuring Peter Lorre, Vincent Price, and Basil Rathbone. The 1963 Italian horror anthology, Black Sabbath, narrated by Boris Karloff. The TV series Night Gallery, a spiritual successor to, or certainly a close relative of, The Twilight Zone, fronted again by Rod Serling and focusing more directly on horror, which ran from 1969 to 1973. Stephen King's Cat's Eye of 1985. John Carpenter's 1993 film Body Bags, featuring the likes of Sam Raimi, Wes Craven, and Mark Hamill. And Southbound, a 2016 road trip horror anthology by a number of the collaborators on VHS.
Dude, I want to see that Mark Hamill one.
From written fiction through radio, cinema, and TV, and now video games, horror anthology is a format that both creators and horror fans enjoy. And it's a format that has existed for almost 200 years.
Yeah.
Long may it continue.
Oh, yeah. I love horror games. It's the thrill, man. The adrenaline. Shonashmo. Yes, I want to see this. Okay. Let's see what old Shawnee Boy's got to say.
Conrad.
Sorry I killed you, by the way.
Good to finally meet you, Conrad. This is Brad, by the way. My little bro.
Hey, man. Want to crack a cold one with me? In The Man of Medan, I play a character named Conrad. And I think initially when we find Conrad, he is a sort of entitled guy, a wealthy American who's on vacation. Where's the old crust bucket skipper anyhow? He's an adventurous guy. He lives off the cuff. He does what he wants.
I'd invite you to make yourselves at home, but
And I think that's kind of fun to play as an actor. He has no censor, he's no filter. So whatever circumstance he's put into, you know exactly how Conrad feels. And so it was kind of fun performance to start out being brash, kind of a silly guy, and just jump in and have fun with that.
So is everybody on board and ready to go?
You're selling, I'm buying. I think Conrad and I have some similarities. I think the sense of humor and the sense of fun are similar between Conrad and I, but I will say that he's a little more aggressive and a little more outlandish than I am. Guys, look, I think we gotta listen to our experienced, beautiful, smart, and beautiful captain here. If she says we should do things
Connie,
right—
please, I didn't bring you on this trip to get laid.
Wait, what?
I think Conrad's the kind of guy that I would like to be at a party with. You know, I'd like to have a barbecue and drink some beers with him. I don't know that Conrad and I would be best friends. I think we'd butt heads a little bit. Right on, Bradical. I like the cut of your ship. It's jib. Don't ruin it. I think the scenes that I've had the most fun with so far are basically when Conrad is going absolutely crazy. I don't want to give too much away, but there's a scene where these sort of fishermen interact with our divers, with our core crew here, and he's just a bit of an asshole.
Hey, we got damage here, you see this?
We can take care of this, man. It's not a problem. I mean, what do you think, like $10 cover it? Oh, whoops, my bad. Let's make it 20.
Make it rain, Conrad.
Hold on, I got this. Well, shoot, you think it's more like 30? I can do 30. All right. You drive a hard bargain, but I'm with you. Here, you know what? Let's just throw in the whole pot. That's yours. You go ahead.
Let's go. No!
He's just got an attitude. He's brash. These people are messing with his group, and he just kind of lets loose and talks trash to him. And as a guy who would never do that in real life, it's a lot of fun to just kind of let Conrad flow, say whatever he wants.
You are an idiot.
They left, didn't they?
That doesn't make you any less of an idiot. You know, the only thing funnier than seeing you try to buy your way out of that situation is watching you put your money to waste.
Got a smile out of you. Worth every penny.
I cut.
One of the most interesting and one of the key moments that sticks out for me is Conrad's decision in the first act of the game, either to stay with the group or potentially just take off. Storm's 8 miles away.
They came here on a boat. Maybe we can take it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a speedboat. I can get out through the window. We gotta break these off first.
Too loud. They'll hear it.
We're gonna break them during the thunder. Good call.
Don't leave us here, okay?
And I think, again, this is what's interesting. Depending on how the player sculpts the story, Conrad can become a coward, essentially, and desert his friends and his family, or become a hero and stay.
These fuckers need to pay.
So that, to me, is very, very interesting. Two very human choices, and depending on how our player decides to live with these characters, can totally change the outcome of the game. So I think that I enjoy when Conrad makes the heroic choice and gets to stick around. He obviously gets to see more of the adventure, but it's just as possible that he tries to save his own life and takes off.
Whew, wow, that was intense.
That's one way to put it.
You got a better way to put it?
All the characters do have very strong personalities and drives.
Leave, leave, leave!
I think Conrad is the instigator.
It's like improv class.
I don't see how this could get any worse.
I think he is the one that really starts the confrontation with the fishermen.
These are kind of maybe the fishermen I pissed off earlier.
Oh, god damn it, Conrad.
Great, just great. And the canoes?
So I think in a lot of ways, Conrad is there to stir the pot and create drama.
I recognize them.
How was that good news?
I thought you were gonna ask the good news first.
You're such an idiot, Jesus.
Do I prefer playing the good guy or the bad guy? I think that there's fun in both. To be honest, I don't get to play the bad guy as much as I get to play the good guy, so I think I relish those moments where I get to play the darker side of things. But I think every good hero has that balance, has that dark side. I think a good guy who only is doing good things is kind of boring.
You just had to piss them off, didn't you?
So I think that there's elements of both sides in both characters. And the best villains are the villains that don't think they're doing anything wrong. Their motivation is not like, oh, I'm a mustache-twirling bad guy. It's like, no, they're doing what's right for them. It just happens to be against what most people think is the right thing to do.
If I can't shoot them as payback, at least I could give them a nice jab with a sharp knife.
Because I'd had some experience working with motion capture and games before, this experience was much easier for me coming right in. I didn't feel like I was jumping into the deep end. What I really like is that all the actors are constantly there all the time. There's the ability to work off each other without the pressure of specific lighting and marks. There's a freedom to that I really, really enjoy. It's been really good. It's been very kind of a free experience as far as like motion capture performance.
You got a funny way of saying thank you, Conrad.
You're a piece of work, Conrad.
I'm not all work, I'm a little play, too. Hashtag wink.
Hashtag cringe. Ta-da. I think we got one more video we can watch. Dev Diary discussing the creation of the curator. Oh, this dude.
Hello.
Hello.
I am the curator of stories. Stories of love and hate, greed and beauty, life and death. Stories such as this one.
The curator of the Dark Pictures Anthology bridges between the player and the story, being very aware of what they've done, but also much more aware than the player about what's actually going on in the story and what the context is and what the scenario is.
What do you think happened to this guy?
Now, for the first time, for some reason that he himself doesn't even understand, he's been given the opportunity to talk to somebody, and that somebody is the player. As far as he knows, it's always been him that's done this job and nobody else. And within his library is the story of everybody's life and death. There's even rooms in there that he can't remember ever going in, but he's way too busy to go and explore because there's always another end of life to record and document.
Clothes are so important because they provide an insight into the character. They explain where the character's been, they describe where he's going, they suggest motive. We want the audience to perceive him as having everything completely in control. So all of the ideas of his clothes being tailored to his body, it's really important to us. We worked with a costume designer. He did a lot of research into the authenticity of the materials and textures. He provided us with lots of authentic high-resolution reference. He even gave us material swatches. It was really useful for us because looking at the folds, looking at the visual language of cloth, how do they sit on the character? Is it working from a distance? What's the weight of the material? It gave us a really good platform in order to produce high-quality, realistic materials.
Giving it that depth. I'm here to record the story you choose to tell.
I think that whenever you're dealing with a realistic human acting performance and facial expressions, that part of it is so key to transferring the emotion that you want to over to the player. Just the definition and detail that you need now is quite challenging.
But there are repercussions.
In terms of cameras, it's quite interesting as well because we've talked a little bit before about how we use skewed angles, upshots, tilts and all that kind of thing to create this feeling of unease and anxiety in the horror moments. And for the curator, it was quite the opposite actually. He's very much in control and he knows everything about the game you're playing and he's very much at home in his own environment. So we took the approach to have a lot more flattering shots, a lot more level shots. You look at him at a natural height. You're never like below or above him and it creates this veneer of control. It's almost like it's very straightforward and he's just delivering you these statements.
You see, we each make decisions according to our own moral compass.
And of course he's British. As soon as we'd established that and who he was and what his personality was, our minds went pretty much straight to Pip Torrens to deliver the performance. And Pip's done a brilliant job bringing everything that we wanted in the curator to life on the screen. And pretty much everything that we shot was nailed on first take by Pip.
But the truth of this story isn't fixed. Far from it. A story can change a great deal when told from a different perspective.
One thing that was really important for us with the art direction was to somehow differentiate him from the rest of the game that you're experiencing. And with that, we could make a really interesting contrast because as the player, you might be experiencing all this horror, all this craziness, and all of a sudden you're taken out to quite a different and quite an unusual place. So that was a really fun thing to play with. We tried to play up on that contrast and really signal to the player that there was a change happening. The curator addresses the player directly. He's quite ambiguous, he's quite mysterious. You're really not sure if he's there to help you or hinder you sometimes. And I wanted that to kind of be reflected in the art. The corridor that he is in at the start of the game, where you see him a lot of times, we wanted to get this feel of an almost infinite corridor that's got this maze-like feel. It's not a set-out space that you automatically understand as a viewer when you see it. You're not sure how long it goes on, how many paths there are, how much of a maze this corridor is. So to light that, we wanted to get this feel where there's not markers that tell you this is where you are right now in the corridor, you've been here before, just to increase that feeling of not being fully aware of your surroundings and add to the mystery of the scene.
And then he goes into his repository, which is a huge vault of books and secrets, with his main desk right in the middle. He's got large windows for light, a skylight above that would also let a lot of light in, a mezzanine floor, a marble fireplace, classical, opulent, sophisticated.
The central feature of the repository is the curator's desk. So we researched how that might look and wanted to make it look a big, substantial piece of furniture. We added a lot of scroll work and detail to the front and rear. All of the things that you'd expect, the brass fittings for the drawers. There's quite a lot of detail went into that, and we thought we might be seeing that quite close as well again. So in the end, it fits nicely within its environment. It references some of the Victorian era detail that you might see on a piece like
they're using.
The creator has the ability to access stories through the pictures on the wall. They're almost portals through to another world. And that all had to fit within our architectural environment. So we looked at very ornate framings, large pictures that would hang on the walls that would feel correct and not out of place in something of this nature.
We thought about where we could include light sources that would be interesting and would put light in the right areas of the room. The skylight's a really good example. We decided that having this top-down ambience would really bed the scene in nicely and create this nice veneer to it. And then adding another number of interesting light sources that we can use for accents, such as a fireplace, such as the candles, that just are there to give you that extra range of colour if you need it. They're there to draw the eye of the player to what we want to show them.
It's not my place to interfere, but I might be persuaded to offer the occasional hint. Here's one for free.
It's a strange place. Who is this guy? Why is he talking to me? Where am I now? I was just on a ship having some horror happening, and now I'm here. And this guy has the appearance of being there to help you. but he seems like such a strange guy, and the environment he's in is so different. There's a certain ambiguity to it, and we wanted the player to question whether or not he's on their side, or whether or not he's kind of playing his own game with them.
The curator's no ordinary person, and his repository is no ordinary place. And you'll get the chance to see him again in the rest of the Dark Pictures anthology.
I wish they
We
kept
will
the
meet
guy
again.
from the Until Dawn, though.
It's inevitable.
Inevitable. Okay. Well, so all 25 brass secrets. Huh. Let us see. What are my collections? The shit I found as I was playing. Yeah, the paintings. Okay. Secrets. How many did we find? Does it say? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 out of 50. Not the best, but it's all good. Okay. Can we... I'm curious at what the jumping in at any chapter. Where's the one where we accidentally killed him? And I'm curious if I unlock more scenes if I make different choices. I don't know. Okay. Well, let us see. Let's check out the trophies, and then I need to figure out what the heck I'm gonna play next. Collect all trophies. Total shocker. Found all secrets. Ghost ships are just a myth, right? Found all pictures. Found all the black frame pictures. Only the women survive. Only the men survive. More pictures. No one survived. Finished a shared story. Everybody survived. Finished the movie night? What movie night? A couple hidden ones, but for the most part, those don't seem too bad. So, I'm gonna... Oops. Jeez, stop hitting it. I'm gonna get something to eat. I'm either gonna play God of War, Spider-Man, Resident Evil 2. It's an option. Or Jedi Fallen Order. I'm gonna ponder, and I will be back. Gonna go get some early breakfast. Thanks everyone for hanging out. Hope you guys enjoyed this middle of the night horror stream, and I'll catch you guys in a bit.